Ben Kennedy, please, CBN.
Mr. President, two questions for you. The first one's on Ronny Jackson. It's been 1 day since he bowed out. I know it's only been less than 24 hours. Have you have a new nominee for the Secretary for the Department of Veteran Affairs? And my second question is on the U.S. Embassy set to open in Jerusalem in 3 weeks. Have you decided if you do plan to attend? And also, can you confirm if Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is leading a delegation that could include your son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and Ivanka Trump?
Ronny Jackson, Admiral Doctor, is one of the finest men that I've met over the last long period of time. High quality family. I just met them. And I explained what happened. I explained that Washington can be a very mean place. You don't know about that, Chancellor. A nasty place. The false accusations that were made about him by Senator Tester from a great state, I don't think that state is going to put up with it. These were false accusations about a great man, about a man who has a son who's a top student at Annapolis, about a man that's given his life to this country and to the military, a brave man. He would have been a great leader. To say the kind of things that he said, you had President Obama giving him an A-plus report. You had President Bush giving him an A-plus report. You have President Trump giving him an A-plus report. And to make statements of things that most people said never happened, never even happened, calling them names was, to me, a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And I think it's something we learn from. I called him today. I said, in a certain way, you're in a very big way, you're an American hero because you've exposed the system for some horrible things. I've had it happen to me with the Russian collusion hoax. It's a hoax. But I came into the job understanding that things happen. He didn't. He's a great doctor. He's a great admiral. He didn't really think a thing like this could happen. And I think it's a disgrace. So I just want to comment on that. And actually, I'm glad you asked the question. I think this man has been treated, he's an American hero, and I think he's been treated very unfairly. Okay?
As far as a nomination, have you put forward a new nomination yet?
I have many people that want the position, if you can believe it. With all of this being said, we have some excellent people, some very political people, some people that a thing like that wouldn't happen, or if it did happen, I guess they'll handle it somewhat differently. But we have many people that want that job. We're very proud of the job we've done for the veterans. The veterans have been, we've gotten accountability approved, which is something that for years they've been trying to get. As you know, they couldn't get it approved. We got accountability. So that when somebody treats our veterans badly, we can fire them so fast, almost as fast as they fire people in Germany. We'll get rid of them. And I will tell you, we're getting choice. We're putting choice in very, very strongly. We have tremendous support in the Senate for that. But I have a lot of people that want the job. We're doing a great job over there for the vets. And, you know, that was one of the things that to me was the most important. We had tremendous support from the vets. We're getting great reports. But getting a thing such as accountability done, we'll be soon getting choice done. Meaning, if a veteran stands online and can't get to a doctor for various reasons, they're going to a private doctor and this country is going to pay. They're not going to wait 9 weeks online for a cure to something that could have been very easy to cure, and then they end up dying from it. So we're going to, I'm very proud of what we've done, and I will tell you, your new head of the VA is going to be very exceptional. We have some exceptional people that want to do the job. Okay.
Before I get to Chancellor Merkel, I wanted to backtrack to the U.S. Embassy opening up in Jerusalem. You said in the past that you would like to go.
So they came to me. This is a little bit about government. Somebody said, could I tell this story? And they came to me with a proposal for a $1 billion embassy in Jerusalem. And the papers, Mike Pence can tell you, the papers were put before me, to sign an application for more than $1 billion to build an embassy. I said, what are you talking about, $1 billion? You know, most embassies are like a single story. And they said, yes, sir, it's $1 billion. And I had my name half signed. Then I noticed the figure, and I never got to the word Trump. I had Donald signed, but I never got to the word Trump. And I called my ambassador, who's a great lawyer. Most people in business know David Friedman. He's the ambassador to Israel and loves Israel, loves our country, loves Israel too. And I said, what's this $1 billion? He said, I can build it for $150,000. I said, what? He said, I can build it for $150,000, the embassy. We have a building, we have the site, we already own the site, we own the building. I can take a corner of the building, and for $150,000, we can fix it up, make it beautiful, open our embassy. Instead of in 10 years from now, we can open it up in 3 months. And that's what we did. But I said, David, let's not go from $1 billion to $150,000. Let's go to $300,000-$400,000. And that's what we did. We would take a piece of the building. It's going to be beautiful. And it'll be somewhat temporary, but it could be for many years, because by the time they build it the other way, it's going to be many, many years. They were looking for sites. We already have a site. And we have a great site. The site's better than anything you could imagine. But that's the way government works. They were going to spend $1 billion, and we're going to spend much less than $500,000. Could have done it for much less than that, but I said, let's make it really nice. So that's what it is. I may go, very proud of it. Jerusalem has been a subject that's been promised for many years, as you know, the embassy in Jerusalem. It's been promised for many, many years by presidents. They all made campaign promises, and they never had the courage to carry it out. I carried it out. So I may go. It's getting ready to open. And I do want to tell that story, though, because there are a couple of people that got to see it, including Mike, but others, where literally they were going to spend $1 billion, and we're spending a tiny, tiny fraction of that in the hundreds of thousands of dollars instead. And it will be very nice. Maybe it'll be nicer than $1 billion building. Okay? For the Chancellor, please.
Well, Chancellor, I wanted to ask about the Iran nuclear deal. You just heard President Trump say that Iran will not be restarting the nuclear program. You can bank on it. Do you fear that if the U.S. backs out, that Iran will restart their nuclear program? And also, you're the second European Union leader or European leader to stop here at the White House this week. What improvements did you recommend to the President that needs to be changed in order to keep the U.S. in the deal?
Gut, ich habe meine Position deutlich gemacht, dass ich glaube, dass dieses Abkommen alles andere als perfekt ist, alle Probleme mit dem Iran zu lösen, aber dass es ein Stein ist, ein Baustein, auf dem man aufbauen kann. Ich glaube, dass wir in den letzten Wochen und 2 Monaten, würde ich etwa sagen, sehr gut als Großbritannien, Frankreich und Deutschland mit den amerikanischen Kollegen zusammengearbeitet haben. Und nun werden wir sehen, welche Entscheidungen auf amerikanischer Seite gefällt werden.
And we will now see what sort of decisions are made by American partners. I said that the whole of the region obviously is of prime importance to us because it's not 1,000 kilometers away, as it is the case, for example, between the USA and Syria. But Syria and Iran are countries that are right on our doorstep. So that is of prime importance for us, and we will continue to be in very close talks on this.